Welcome to the Himalayas, heart of the 1040 window. If you are interested in fulfilling Christ's great command, then you will appreciate the facts presented. Christ told his disciples to go and teach all nations. He is interested in reaching every person as well as every people group. The early church took the gospel from Jerusalem to the regions of Judea and Samaria, and on to the uttermost parts of the earth. The Apostle Paul traveled from Antioch through modern-day Syria, Turkey, Greece, and Italy. The gospel then traveled westward from Europe to Africa, the Americas, and Asia. Though millions of souls have been saved since the time of Christ, there are still many ethnic groups with their own language and culture without Christianity. There are still 6,000 unreached people groups. As seen here, there are 3,000 of these groups that are unengaged, meaning no one is actively trying to reach them. 3,000 languages still have no Bible. But the job is far from done. As you can see in the areas colored red, we still have a large part of the world still considered unevangelized. Missiologists refer to this largely unreached area as the 1040 window. This truly is the last frontier of missions. Many of these countries are still hostile to Christianity. Both persecution and poverty are prevalent even today. This is where millions of souls are still held captive by false religions. 2/3 of the world's population lives in the 1040 window, and it is home to 97% of the world's unreached people groups. Yet only 8% of our missionaries are in this area. Now let's take it a step further. I would like to introduce to you the heart of the 1040 window. The heart of the 1040 window is a specific region with the highest concentration of unreached people groups. In fact, nearly 4,000 unreached groups live within this area. The top 5 countries with most unreached people groups are housed in the heart of the 1040 window. It is interesting to note that all of these countries are clustered together around the Himalaya mountain range. Many people groups found throughout the Himalayas are of Tibetan origin. In fact, there are at least 100 different Tibetan groups with nearly as many languages. Tibetans can be found in India, Pakistan, China, Bhutan, and Nepal. Most Tibetan languages still have no Bible translated. How shall they hear without a preacher? But how can we preach without a Bible? So you ask, where do we begin on this perilous road to fulfilling the Great Commission? A strategic location at the heart of the 1040 window is the country of Nepal, nestled in the middle of the Himalayas. Nepal borders both China and India. Both China and India each have 1 billion people or more. Nepal has the easiest access of any of the countries located along the Himalayas. The government even grants the freedom to worship. One from America could easily fly into Kathmandu and receive a tourist visa upon arrival at the airport. Near the Kathmandu airport are several towns and villages with Tibetan peoples, including Bodha with one of the oldest Buddha stupas. There are 22 ethnic Tibetan people groups living in Nepal. God says, "Withhold not good to them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thine hand to do it." May we give the glory due God's name, and give the gospel due the godless nations while we have the time. Christ is worthy.